What is the concern about safety as people age? Hi, this is Jerry Pletica from Touching Hearts at Home. I wanted to bring one of my awesome referral partners in today. This is Brian Espinoza from TruBlue Home Care here in North Idaho. I think we met, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe even almost a year ago. I'm not quite sure. And I was just really impressed with him and his wife and their heart for the population we serve. So Brian, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so again, my name is Brian Espinoza, owner of TruBlue Total House Care. We're in North Idaho. There's a lot of other locations in the nation. My wife also helps run the company. She handles the marketing side. I do a little bit of the marketing as well, but I'm pretty heavy into the operations, trying to help a lot of different homeowners and also seniors when it comes to their safety of their home.
Why would someone need to reach out to you? What are, some questions that people ask you on a regular basis that they just didn't know? Like what's one repeatable thing that you work on a regular basis for people in their home?
So I walk into many people's homes, even just for matters that have nothing to do with safety. And I actually have to, I get to a point where I kind of have to educate them. Like if they're asking, like there's a lot of like shower conversions or they want to do some kind of remodel or upgrade. But they're really, I have to explain to them the risk if they're not going to get something that's safe. Like, some seniors, they don't realize the risk that they're under. And so there's been conversation of like, this is what they'd like for a remodel in their bathroom, but I actually have to have the conversation of, I suggest that you actually put some grab bars here, or we convert this into like a walk-in shower with a low threshold. Because some of them, like, they're just wanting like a new tub, and I'm like, I would suggest this, right? So there's a lot of that, and sometimes it's kind of a hard conversation, just trying to help them understand, like, in the long term, I would suggest you do this, or there's a grab bar, but it's not a very good grab bar. So those things I have to pay attention to. I'm not like a typical like remodel or general contractor walking in there just looking at what should be tiled, or um, I I go in there really looking out for them and try to educate them. And so that is a very common conversation. And I've had to kind of just make suggestions as well when it comes to um, like too many rugs, and I'll joke around with them. But I've come to it's an interesting. I've come to a realization how many seniors don't think about the risk that they are taking if that appropriate modification isn't done, or they're just not educated. Um, so I do offer up, that I can. We also offer a senior safety assessment for their house to make sure that we can make it safe for them to live in their house longer. Um, and that's indoor, outdoor. I mean, there's all kinds of things that ramps. I've had to have a conversation where a ramp should be built because the stairs are getting they're too steep. So I go in having a more of a conversation than they originally expected, I guess, just because safety is like on my radar. And so a lot of our clientele too, I mean, they are approaching those years where they need to be thinking about it. But I just think about with my grandma, like she was never educated, like with what we should or shouldn't do when it comes to safety around the home, and neither were we. We learned the hard way.
I agree. We also do a safety assessment, but I'm sure it's not as thorough as yours. So I so appreciate that you start and lead with that safety education. That's wonderful. What is something that is a call to action for our audience?
The very first thing I would go look at your home, take a step back, and look at how many rugs you have. or go to your bathroom and see, do you need grab bars? And if you do have a grab bar, is it actually screwed into the wall and not one of those suction grab bars? Those are such little things that you can take action on um, to um, to really make a huge difference in preventing. The other thing is, do you have enough grab bars? That's another thing is, what kind of maintenance are you currently doing that you're at high risk of, or that or with the home care agencies, what is it that you see that is something that could put some risk at um, at your client, as well as even just the caretakers. Um, and we do minor maintenance, like if the drawer handles are loose, or the doors need to be tightened, or they're getting loose. Little things like that. That stuff homes break down, and so that is stuff that really, when you're aging in place, you need to avoid doing, because it sets risk up of getting hurt, or of trying to change a light bulb. That is getting up on a stool and falling. There you go. Right. So call to action, take a step back and look at the house and see if there's anything that you are questioning that needs addressed. And it's something to maybe bring up to the home caretaker. But reach out to us, and we do the thorough, it's more of a maintenance side of an assessment, indoor, outdoor. But yeah, call to action, those grab bars, ramps, that stuff. Immediately take a look at that stuff.
That's awesome, Brian. I totally agree. We are always the eyes and ears of the clients that we have. And so we will keep an eye on that for both of you and for us. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much for your time today. I so appreciate it. It's always great to know the expertise of all of our, or some of our referral partners. And thank you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.